Very first one, in the quiz one, we had a multiple choice. A is working, B is working, C is working, or like A, B is working, A, C is working, or something like that. I'm going to show only A by debugging this time. When I debug, you need to know how to make the linked list by using the list node. Then, when head is made, I can show you what head has. First, just again. Then, found is added before head, right? Then, never is added before current head. Then, lost time is added before head. So there is the linked list. Lost time is never found again. Then I'm going to use insert A method. Ever will be added at index 4. To do that, one of the easiest way is we are going to make another pointer, temporary pointer, and move one less time. So k-1 time move. Then add the new node as the next. There is a special case. How about the index is 0? In that case, you don't need to move it, just add it and point ahead. So it's a regular case because k is 4. In that case, p is moving 3 times because k is 4. So 1, 2, 3. Then it stops. Then next is new node. Then the p again next is a previous one. The P's current next is pointing found. So found will be added to the new node. Then ever is added correctly, then returns H. That means beginning of the list. The linked list is not broken, just returned by adding ever. That was the quiz 1. Then quiz 2. Quiz 2 was checking circular or not. So we had a free response question 1. Question 1 was checking circular. So there's 2 list node, linear linked list and circular linked list. So I'm going to show you how it's made first. Linear has A, B, and C with null. So you can see linear has A, B, C. Then circular is making A first. Then after you make one node, then you can make it circular. So after second line, now BC, then C's next is A again. So there's a linear linked list and circular linked list is there. Then this one is checking. So this FRQ1 is checking circular or not. So it returns true or false. When I send linear, our question said if it's null, return true, but when I make this code, it was before we decided details, so I made false. So actually linear was passed as list N. Then there's another list node P. It is checking 2 things. If it comes back to the head N, or if it meets null, that means end of the list. So you're going to check both of them. Some of you used 2 conditions in one while loop. Some of you used differently. Some of you checked null first, then N. It's okay. Just if you check both of them, that's good. Then if both of them are not true, then you are going to keep going. So P will move. It's not N, it's not null, so P move. It's not N, but there is null as the next, so it will return false. Now, third one is passing circular. Third test case. So if I show the N2, N is not null, then P is pointing what N is pointing. So N starts from B in the middle of the list. Then you're going to check if there's no null, then move next to P. Then there's no null, not N, so move next to P. Then you can see the next time P is checking N, so it is true. So that is a free response question 1. Now I'm going to show you the quiz 3 answer key. Actually, my answer key. Quiz 3 question was just the hot one, the last one, right? What we did was we were adding new node in the middle, actually after. From the current T, temporary position, you add the new node after. So I'm going to make first the test case first, then show the special case. I made the double linked list and double list node. Many people make mistake about using this special double list node. This special double list node in the instruction is that object is in the middle, value is in the middle, previous, value, next was the order. But many people did value, previous, next. That's wrong. Read instruction carefully. That's very important. And the diagram has 1000 through 1500, so I made that list by using those values. Now let's see if I debug. I can show the front. Then actually rear is pointing the 1500. You can see rear is pointing 1500, but it does not show here. So you need to remember that the last one is rear. Then T is starting from 1200 like a diagram on the question. What we are supposed to do is we have to insert a new node with this object value after. So T is after. That means between 13 and 1400. My value is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to add it. So the next is 1300. Then set next means after 1300 I add it. So if I pass this line, you're gonna see 1, 2, 3, 4 is added. This 1, 2, 3, 4 is previous is T dot get next, which is 1300. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 is next is T dot get next. So 1300 next is 1400. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is pointing 1300, 1400 correctly. And also because we used the set next method, 1300 is pointing 1, 2, 3, 4 correctly. But there's only one link is odd, that is 1400 previous. So you have to make 1400 previous to point 1300. But before that, you have to think about special case. How about 1, 2, 3, 4, T dot get next is null. That means T dot get next was the rear last node. That is the special case. After I add node, the next should not be the null. That is the special case you have to check. So if T dot get next is rare, that means next one is null. So you are not going to connect 1400 to 1, 2, 3, 4 because it should be null. But if it's not null, if it's not the special case, you are going to make 1400 to point my new node 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you can see all the links are beautiful, doubly linked. Now I'm going to show you the special case. And the special case is, how about the T is just the second last. I'm going to start the T from the rear that get previous. That is the second last one. That is a special case. So if I debug again from the beginning, now my T is starting from the second last. The precondition said my T will never start from the rear, so you don't need to worry about the rear case, but second last is special. Next means my new node will become last node. My T dot get next was null, so my last node ending will be null. Then because I have to return my new node, I have my new pointer to red to return that node. Then if it's a special case, the get next was the previous rear. I need to update the rear as my current one because it's a new rear. So now rear is pointing 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see here rear is pointing 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I don't have to do the next one to previous as my current node because my current node next is null, so I don't have to set previous for that. Then to return. So this is the last quiz, one of the answer.